Shelters for children exist on both sides of the U.S.-Mexico border. Channel 5's Valerie Gonzalez saw firsthand when she followed a Honduran family from Mexico to the McAllen Hidalgo port of entry. In this special report, Seeking Asylum, the family members all hoped to apply for protection in the U.S. They arrived just as the rules were changing.
Huddled closely, this Honduran family talked about why they came here to Senda de Vida, Reynosa, Mexico.
Como eso de las 12 del mediodía llegó unas camionetas con unos hombres vestidos de policía, ¿verdad? Con una foto en mano preguntando que si conocíamos al muchacho.
Andy, a mother of 5, did know the young man. It was a relative of her husband's. She felt threatened and retreated inside their home with her family. They left their blinds open. It was a decision she would live to regret.
Entrando yo, cerrando la puerta, acribillaron a los primos de mi esposo.
A warning came days later.
Yo iba para el colegio, recibí mi clase y cuando venía yo me los encontré a ellos. Y ellos me quitaron la mochila y me lo quemaron. Y me dijo que le dijera a mis padres que los separáramos de aquí o que los perdiéramos del mapa porque no nosotros íbamos a hacer lo siguiente.
Other relatives were killed just because they knew about the assassination. In the middle of the night, the family fled to escape a similar fate. They've decided to request asylum in the U.S. through the port of entry. They were afraid they might be separated if they all went together. So they made a hard decision. They split up. The boys went with mom, the daughter with dad. This is one in a string of decisions those hoping to enter the U.S. might make before deciding to request asylum. The Department of Justice says no matter how hard it is to make a decision to come to the U.S., more families are doing it. From 2009 to 2016, the DOJ reports a 19-fold increase in cases. Immigration backlog is at 700,000 cases and growing. To meet the challenges, Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced this week they will alter policies. It's during this transition in policy the family stepped onto the bridge. They were met by Mexican immigration before reaching the Mexican toll booth. They wanted to know where we were all from.
Yo soy reportera del otro lado.
Yo estaba en Tenosique. Sí, en Tenosique.
¿Estuvo dentro de inmigración usted?
Sí, yo estuve.
¿Cuánto tiempo estuvo en inmigración?
Tuve 10 días.
They asked about the family's permission to be in Mexico.
Sí, sí.
Mexican immigration let them go. Then, U.S. federal agents stopped them short of reaching U.S. soil. This little-seen practice of inquiring about citizenship at the line between Mexico and the U.S. is a practice within U.S. law, said attorney Carlos A. Garcia.
Federal agents are allowed and often enforce immigration laws all the way up to that line of demarcation.
Channel 5 News asked for and received a statement from CBP. It explains, depending upon port circumstances at the time of arrival, individuals presenting without documents may need to wait in Mexico as CBP officers work to process those already within our facilities. Back on the bridge, Andy told U.S. agents she wanted to apply for asylum. They said she could, but would have to wait.
The way I understand it, they have to follow the law and they have to give them this credible, fair interview. But if they never get to them, what are you going to do?
What happened next was surprising. We waited for hours on the bridge with the family, but during a brief separation, I returned to our group spot on the bridge. The family had disappeared. Agents on both sides of the border confirmed Mexican immigration went onto the bridge, found the family, and took them away.
No, es nuevo.
Es nuevo.
Fortino Lopez Balcazar is president of the Human Rights Office in Reynosa. He said this is a different approach.
Los agentes de migración normalmente no ingresaban al puerto internacional para detener o andar verificando quién era nacional o quién era extranjero.
We went back to Senda de Vida to deliver the news to Andy's husband. He admitted their permit restricted them to the state of Tabasco in southern Mexico.
Bueno, en realidad nosotros salimos de Tenosique porque miramos una de las personas que nos hicieron daños allá en Honduras.
Mexican immigration refused to disclose where the family was taken. We got a tip. That led us here the next day. This is a guarded place for Reynosa's endangered children. It's also a place for migrant minors to stay while Mexico decides whether to deport them. Authorities declined to let us in or tell us if the children were there. Then, this happened.
¿Cómo estás?
Confirmation also came from a volunteer who saw the children.
Están muy bien, se encuentran pues muy bien de salud y muy bien de estado de ánimo.
We shared the news with their father. He will work on a way to stay in Mexico. Hope to get asylum from the U.S. evaporated with this Monday's announcement. The U.S. will no longer accept gang violence as a reason to grant asylum. The U.S. courts are expected to continue sorting out these new changes. Families like these will continue to hope to complete their journey to the U.S. Valerie Gonzalez, Channel 5 News at 6.
Now, we were able to speak with the family again. They said after about a week detained by Mexican immigration, they were allowed to go free in Mexico. They have a pending humanitarian visa in the works. That'll allow them to stay in Mexico for a while. Because of the changes in policy, the family is not sure if they'll pursue asylum claims in the U.S.